cookies.
Yes, it seems bacon. They got
Yeah, it
fried
smell
bacon.
like cookies.
Gosh, that smells delightful.
Yeah, it smell like cookies. What's up, everybody? Peace and love to all the beautiful people out here. Peace and love to all our viewers from all over the world, from Africa, from the U.S., the U.K., Australia, Indonesia, South America, America, North America. I think it's the same thing. But anyway, shout out to everybody out here. Shout out to all the lovely, beautiful people, all our supporters, our members. Shout out to the subscribers. Matter of fact, we almost at 30,000 subscribers. So that's a big milestone for us. So shout out to everybody who subscribed to the page. Shout out to those people who just look at the page and be like, yo, I like to watch them, but I'm not subscribed. Shout out to those people who can't stand us. You know, shout out to the haters. Shout out to every single person out there, family. We love you. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know who it is, family. It's the other apologetic. No mask, but we are apologetic.
Nomadic.
Yeah. Yeah, family. So I hope that everything is crispy. We tried to actually go on live a little earlier, but it was so uncrispy that we had to leave and we had to find another location because the uncrispiness is not good enough for our viewers. You know, we have some of the best viewers probably in the whole world, family, in the whole entire world. We have the best viewers, the best subscribers. Everybody who's watching right now, you are the best. You know what I mean? So we got to have the best content for you. We got to have our cameras extra crispy. We got to have our microphones and things extra crispy, okay, for your viewing pleasure because we love and we appreciate you so much. And peace and love to you, Ingrid, Jared, for being the first person to comment on this video. You win the dance from Alo. Just a quick one.
Boom.
Yeah, that's it. For some reason, my throat is dry.
I know.
I'm gonna drink some water. I do have some water though. If I can find it, I do have some water. You know, but before I do that, I'm gonna introduce the lovely family who is currently in the building. Family. Um, First of all, we got the lovely, the beautiful, the luscious. Yeah,
Peace to all the
illustrious
beautiful
wife.
people out there. Peace. Peace, love. Peace and love. Yes. Hope you're having a good day. Afternoon, morning, evening. Yes. Night.
Yes. And then we have the wonderfully talented, pretty Ayla in the building.
My face.
Okay.
Hi everyone and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, I hope y'all are good today
Yeah.
and things. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess,
Oh,
hope you're having a good day, everyone.
Yeah. So today we're actually in the beautiful country of Burundi. We're in the city of Bujumbura. As you can see in the background, we got Bujumbura in the building today, family. It's such a beautiful city. Shout out to all our Burundian brothers and sisters out here. We love and we definitely appreciate you for showing us nothing but the utmost of hospitality, family. Yeah, that's right. And Ingrid Jarrett says, "You guys look so happy." You know what? We all happy. You know what I mean? My throat is a tad bit dry, but I'm still happy. You know, the lovely wife. As long as I got a smile on my wife's face, you know, you're gonna see a smile on my face, family. Because happy wife, happy life. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good quote.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Uh-huh. As a matter of fact, do you have a
Yes.
quote for us today?
Oh man, you just gave us one.
Oh, okay. All right.
What comes to me, I'm going to share. Yes, I'll share that one. It comes. But I do want to handle some business.
Oh, I do.
Before we get
Thank you.
started, we have a great live for you today, ladies and gents.
God.
And want to remind you all about and shout out to those who've already signed up. Amazing information packed webinar coming for you this Saturday. And that is December 18th, this Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the topic is secrets to finding the ideal location when traveling abroad. We'll cover many topics, including travel and travel tips and getting to where you need to get to for less. When you get there, how to settle for less, and there's different information about travel right now. What the requirements are, different locations, and all that stuff. And you get to ask me questions or ask us questions and get your answers. So look out for that. We're going to put the link in the description for you. Also, shout out to those who joined the mailing list. Shout out to Tangela and the others who joined the mailing list. It's a free mailing list, so you can stay abreast of what's happening with the Unapologetic Nomads. You get all of the video links for the week, and so you don't miss anything, notifications, announcements, all that stuff. You're going to get that. So shout out to those who signed up for that. And I'm sure you've already received at least 1 or 2 emails from us. And those who are interested in learning another language, Swahili is that language. You want to check out, learn Swahili now, English Swahili for you on YouTube right now. We'll put that in the chat for you as well. There are pre-recorded lessons that are up there for you. You can start learning right away, right now. And those of you who are in Rwanda, there is a awesome ultimate high-tech gaming spot there in Kigali, and it's called Awesome Games. You want to check them out. They're located in the Trinity Plaza, first floor, KG19 in Bagabaga. And their website is awesomegames.tech. Check them out. And also, Legacy Productions LLC. You want to check them out. Shout out to them. They have wonderful, wonderful material for everyone, the young, the old, for us to help us to plan out our future and leave, legacy, leave information for our children and their children, so they can learn things about our family's history, and things of, tips and things that help them learn how to maneuver through this life. So shout out to LegacyProductionLLC.com. You want to check them out as well. And I think I'm good. Yeah.
Cool.
Rad.
Yeah,
Thank
family.
you. Thank you.
So right now, currently, it is around 76 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around 25 degrees Celsius out here. As you can see, it's pretty cloudy. It's like a 50% chance of rain. We out here, we don't have nothing covering us. So if it starts drizzling, we're going to see if we can put up the umbrella so that we don't get wet and things like that. Humidity. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? Good. Yeah. Do y'all want anything?
Can I
I'm
feed
good
you?
for
Cold. Small.
Cold.
Cold.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good for now. Good.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you. Yeah, family. Let's see something real quick. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, the humidity today, it was pretty humid today. It was like 74%. The dew point was around 70%, so it was pretty sticky and humid today. That kind of died down right now. We're in the nighttime mode and zone. It's a nighttime vibe entering in
Right now.
right now. I mean, like that dawn, not dawn, but the dusk. It's dusky. Is that right? Or dawn? Which one?
It's
I
good.
always
It's
mix
getting
this up.
dusk.
This
Dusk
is dusk.
is when
It's
the
getting
sun,
into dusk.
it's going down.
Yeah.
Dawn is in the morning,
Yeah.
but it's coming up.
Yeah, so we had like 50% duskiness right now. We're going towards the evening time. Right now it's what? What time is it?
5:39.
5:39. So, the sun is like going down. It's cloudy. You got some nimbostratus clouds in the sky. So it's definitely going like a 50% chance of rain, family. So if you see it, you get in the rain, we're going to put the umbrella up and stop it. But the main point of this show is the brother that we have on today. This is a good show. If you were wondering, hey, how do I travel? How do I, go places and save money or go on a budget? Or where do I find the deals? If you ever wondered that, this is the show for you, family. You understand what I'm saying? This is the show right now that you're watching, that you're tuning into. It's going to be like $1 billion worth of game going on here. You know what I mean? Shout out to Gilly and Wallow, even though they $1 million worth of game. But shout out to them anyway, because they from Philly and they got headlines like mine. Peace and love to them brothers. But yeah, this show right here today is a good one. It's going to be a lot of teaching going on. You might need a pen, a notepad, or something like that. It's going to be a very great show. We got a good brother. We're going to introduce him once he comes in the room. So, yeah, that's what it's going to be. Shout out to Desiree Joseph for the super sticker. We love you and we appreciate that. And I believe that's pounds. So thank you for that, family. Shout out to Linda. Shout out to our brother who's in India. We got a brother from India. Yeah. Lamin Atura Naflo from India. Shout out to you. That's right. And Ayla wants to give a special shout out to you, family.
I do. Okay. Thank you very much. No, I'm just like,
No. But thank you very much. Shout out to that video, Ayla Loves Cows. A lot of people in India, Pakistan, and those countries love that video, and we truly appreciate it. What happened?
You see him in the room.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, without further ado, family, we're going to bring on our special guest right now. Once I figure out how to do this now, this is our first time using StreamYard on the phone. So there's okay, 2 guests. Okay. All right, let's figure this out. I'm gonna bring this one in first. All right, add the stream. Okay.
All right.
You probably just gotta cut that down. Yeah, you gotta cut that down and cut your microphone on.
oh, that's me. Just touch my microphone.
There you go.
Got it.
There you go.
Get my mic.
All right.
Cool, cool.
And then, family, we got the one and only, the man, the myth, the Mr. Business of Forbes 2022. That's right. I'm already forecasting and prophesying that, family. This is going to be the businessman of the year, the one and only, the world renowned, the world traveler, Peter Brooks, family, who is currently in the building, family. That's right. Yeah. The one and only Peter Brooks.
What's going on, everybody?
Peace.
How's my mic? My mic sound right?
So I want to see if I can hear you, Pete, because I can't hear anything. So this is our first time doing this. So,
okay.
Yeah. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Can you hear me on your side?
I can hear him.
All right. So we're gonna try to get it to where we can bring the sound up so we can hear. All right. Can you say something again?
Nah, cool. Better. Everybody in the chat, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you a little bit. If I had my headphones, I can hear you a little better. I'm free. All right, I'm gonna take my wife out of this because it's all right. Remove from stream. This is cool. I actually like using this platform. We're just gonna see if we can get a little better.
This is dope.
With it and things like that. Let me see if I can get where we could put more. Yeah, so we're kind of learning and doing this at the same time. Excuse us, family. Let me see. Layout. All right. Is it this one?
Try that one.
This one. All right. There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So, peace and love to the family. We got the one and only Peter Brooks in the building. That's right.
Yes. Peace and love to you.
Good. Be good.
All right. Yes. All right. So, man, this is a powerful show today. Such an interesting topic. I want to know some things too. I got a lot of questions, but yes, we have Mr. Peter Brooks. He is a traveler like us, been to many, many, many places. He is also the VP of Growth for BET and also the founder of 28th and Foster Consulting. He is, like my husband said, he is a traveler, he's a father, and a marketer. And welcome, Pete. How are you?
I appreciate y'all. I feel like one of the family members. See, I need a new byline for my title.
Wow, it's a pleasure having you today. And definitely we are wanting to know about about you. Can you give us just like a brief introduction about yourself? Like, where are you, where you're from, and then kind of what you do day to day. What's your thing? What do you do?
Definitely. So I'm from Brooklyn, New York, roots in the Caribbean, mother's Jamaican, father's Guyanese, but kind of like, through and through steeped in Brooklyn. But now I live in Atlanta, so just moved out here not too long ago. But professionally, I've been a marketer for maybe about like 10 years now. So just really figuring out how to grow people's businesses, how to help different corporations, kind of maintain operation, so on and so forth. So work for like big brands, work for startups, And now, like you said, I'm at BET, but my focus is, how can we create more compelling content and how can we scale up content that's really going to help the diaspora? So that's kind of like my personal mission. Then, of course, I'm a traveler. So I met you all in Rwanda, but I've been to like over 30, I think I'm at 38 countries now. But really caught the travel bug about 5 years ago and just like went stupid on it. But we'll get into it. But love being on the continent, you know, love my people in the Caribbean, and just really looking to explore and just see new things.
Nice,
Nice,
nice.
nice.
And yeah, we did meet you in Rwanda, right? So
Yep.
definitely, it's a pleasure. And so we have a lot of questions for you. So I want to get into like, how did you get into traveling? Because I know, you're based in the U.S., but how do you get into traveling? You've been traveling so many places. How did you get into that?
Yeah,
Or were
so
you
like I see
interested
some
in
some people
traveling?
in the chat from Brooklyn, so they'll probably understand it. But I'm from Flatbush, and my worldview was so limited. It was really just the Caribbean and like New York. So being able to, see new things. I had a job early in my career where I had the ability to travel. So I did a contract in London, I did a contract in Paris, and that really just opened my eyes to like, yo, there's dope things that are going on out here and having a sense of comfort. And the real thing is, I met a girl when I was in London, started dating, and she was taking like six, like seven vacations a year, and that blew my mind. So she would go to like Croatia, she would be on the continent, she'd be in the States, and I wanted to figure out how I could do that for myself. Of course, I wanted to tag along, but beyond tagging along, I wanted to figure out like how do I blow this out the box and get to a point where, I could travel. And travel in Europe is different from traveling the States. Super cheap in Europe. For me, getting to Europe and the continent, it's crazy expensive. So my focus was, all right, how do I do this cheaply? And that kind of led me down a rabbit hole of finding like all the different hacks. And going from New York to like a bunch of different destinations, I was like, how do I do this for the cheapest possible price? But that's really how I got into it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, so definitely we are into the hacks and learning about that kind of stuff, or the ones you can share, because we're all for it. That's what we're into, just learning how to travel cheap, to move about this globe for cheap and for as less as possible. So, when you do travel, do you always travel alone? Do you travel alone?
Like majority of the time, I travel alone. I've traveled with my kids a few times, so I brought them to a couple countries in Europe, and of course, we travel in the States. But moving forward, really want to start focusing on bringing my kids around, especially during the summertime and like the winter breaks. So how do we, find those, dope places that are going to help, enhance their lives? But for me, it's not going to break my bank.
I know it's an amazing experience for children at such a young age to be able to. How old are your children? Let me back up.
So my eldest is 11, youngest is 9.
Oh, so when's the first time they traveled internationally?
So the first time we went was maybe about like 2017. So I took them to France, England, and Spain. So they got to see like a bunch of like cities. And I was working at the time, so I would just work, during the day, attend my meetings. Then we just kind of like mob out and just see different places. So we stayed out there for like a good month.
It's beautiful. How did they like it?
Oh, they loved it. Like even till this day, like I've taken my girls to Paris a couple times after, but they
Wow.
swear they Parisian.
So, a father, what was that? How did you feel when you were like, okay, I'm taking my girls to Paris? What was that like for you?
I see you
Now that was amazing. Like I'm a kid from Brooklyn. Like my ceiling was super low. So, I know A
Nice.
can definitely understand
Oh,
being from
oh.
Philly.
Hold.
1 second.
How you
Nah,
doing? Hold on, family. I told y'all 50% chance of rain. I wanted to let y'all see it live, family, how the weatherman get down. Hold on. Golly. Sit right here. Yeah, yeah. As you can see, I was 100% right on that one, family. Oh, the notebook. Notebook. Grab it. Grab the money thing, too. Yeah, family. Sorry about that. It start coming down. It wasn't even no little droplets to get you ready. Yeah.
Sorry
y'all
about
straight
that.
over
We're
there?
not gonna be able to hear in here.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna have to do is go inside.
1 second.
Yeah, we're gonna go inside so that we can hear, because we're not gonna be able to hear with the rain. Yeah, sorry about this, family. I know this is a little yeah, it's a tad bit random. Yeah. They at the top over there.
I think it's closed.
1 second, family. I'm gonna show y'all what it look like. Hold on. Let's go inside. All right, family. So we're going inside right now, one by one. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. And what's your name?
My name is Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah, nice. We're at the Costa Mary's, one of the good brothers here. Hey, how you doing, brother? Thank you.
You're talking so fast?
Yeah, yeah, we online, man. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go over here. I don't think we able be able to hear right here.
Do you have your headphones? Because now that you're not using a
Yeah.
mic.
Sorry about this. Is music in there? What's going on? You have to stand up.
Okay, let's get out there.
All right, family. We're gonna try to make this work where we can still hear you.
You can't hear with that.
You can't hear.
It's better out there.
All right. I'm gonna read some of the comments till we get ourselves situated, because we can't really hear with the rain. And when you talk, Pete, it was already a struggle to hear, so we ain't gonna be able to hear. So we'll be right back in a little bit. But I'll read some comments. Aurora, Aurora Mary says, "Good morning and hello to you all. Do you ever plan to visit South or Latin America too? Colombia or Ecuador?" I would have to say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We world travelers, and I would love to go to South America somewhere and check that out. You know what I mean? All right, so everything's calming down right now. Just a little 5 minute rain shower. Nothing too crazy. We about to sit down and get the show back on the road, because that's how we do it, family. Got some unexpected things that happen, but we still here currently in the building. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Pete and Peter, and to the family. Sorry about that. It is rainy season, and it just happens like that. Now it's over, like for real. So he was telling us like how it felt for him to take his daughters or his children to travel to Paris, like internationally for the first time. How did that feel? Tell us
Yeah,
how
so
that
like
felt as a parent.
the feeling of it was amazing. So like I was saying, like being a kid from Brooklyn, like my ceiling was like so like high. Um, but like being able to kind of like do something that I could never imagine was amazing. So being able to have them over there, just that experience, seeing them like playing with different kids and seeing different architecture and just a different way of life was amazing for me. But after that first high, I was like, how can we like keep this stuff going? So like every year, my focus is how do I take them to a new country So by the time they're my age, they can be at like 100 plus.
Yeah, that's serious.
That's beautiful. So, what would you say your favorite travel moment is? Can you give us a favorite travel moment or
I'm
location?
I'll break it up. I'll give you like favorite travel moments, favorite city, most impactful city. But like my favorite travel moment, definitely like bringing my girls abroad. So like really all the moments with them. Um, Outside of that, like individually, one year I did like a birthday party in Japan, South Africa, and in Paris. That was crazy. So, kind of, just chilling like in each location for a little while, meeting new
Wow.
people, throwing like a big ass party and just having fun and chopping it up with different people. That was a dope experience. In terms of like my favorite like location, like favorite city, definitely has to go to Paris. I have the
Paris?
most fun there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
So
okay.
what you like about Paris?
oh yeah. Like once I discovered the black people out there, like Paris became awesome. I don't speak a lick of French, but I was doing some contracts out there. So I was basically living in Paris. So I'll do like 1 week in Paris, 1 week in London, 2 weeks in New York. So, but when I was in Paris, like the vibe in the summer, like all the different parties, all the different like little cafes, and just really like the kickbacks people were having, it was I felt like I was in New York. And even though there was a language barrier, everybody was super friendly, met amazing people, and people really took care of me out there.
Nice. Wow. That's dope. That's dope.
Oh
So,
yeah, like
man,
Paris
just
is
thinking about
crazy.
somebody having a birthday party in Japan, in Paris, like
Yeah.
that's amazing. Yes. So, um, was that also your children's favorite destination?
It's a toss up between like Barcelona and Paris for them. They definitely weren't feeling London. So on my UK massive out there, they, big thumbs down from them.
All right. So let's get to a really good question here. So, you've been to many countries. So, there was one point in your travels that you've been to 17 countries for under 3,500 USD. Now that right there, uh, look, we need to know how you did that.
All right, so wow, I give you like the background around it. So that year I went to South Africa, Korea, Japan, um, all over Europe. Where else did I go? Some spots in the Caribbean. But like the basics around it, like I told you, when I really got the travel bug, I was like, there's no way in hell I could do this. Then I found out about like mistake fears, and I found out all the blogs that were out there. So like blogs like Secret Flying, and just some of the channels on Reddit. I saw some of those subreddits where people were talking about like cheap travel. And I kept going to like different services, and it was like so much work to keep up with. So I found this one service called Scott's Cheap Flights, and I just wanted to figure out how they found cheap flights. So I really just kind of like deconstructed what they did to find these cheap flights. And I saw they were using Google Flights a lot. And if you want to travel, Google Flights is the best place to find like cheap airfare. I think pound for pound is probably going to be the best like website for you. So using that, you know, I saw all these deals, but I was checking flights multiple times a day. And, I have a little programming background. So I was like, let me just create my own program to do the work that I was doing on the daily to find these cheap flights. And through that, I was finding mistake fares. So one year there was a flight to the Maldives from New York for $149. Um, I personally flew from New York to Tokyo round trip for like 287. So I was finding all these like dope deals. And
287.
yeah, 287. So, being able to see that for 287, I even flew to Kigali from New York for like 400 and change. So the first time I flew to Kigali, it was like under 500. So being able to find these cheap flights, I would have connections. So all I would do is figure out how do I get the longest connection. And I flew Delta and I flew SkyTeam, so I knew some of their policies. So if I missed a flight, I had medallion status at the time. So if I missed a flight in between, they would just put me on the next available flight. And I would just really kind of like work that system. So if my flight got in late at night, I'd miss it. I'll chill, hang out in the city, hang out in Amsterdam, hang out in Paris, and really extend that trip. So now I get more time in a particular location for free, pretty much. And just really finding, flights that had like two, three connections and really use that to like have my time in those cities. But the biggest thing was finding the cheap flights in the first place. So if I'm going to Japan, I'm going to have a couple days in South Korea. I'm going to have a couple days in San Francisco or LA. But that's really like the main fundamentals around finding these cheap flights. There's a whole process that like is kind of foolproof that we can speak at, a later time. But definitely for the family, we can kind of break down how to get these cheap flights in your location. Not everybody's in New York.
Sorry about that. That's awesome.
There you go.
I'm still stuck on that round trip 287. So 1 second, we're gonna check the sound.
Oh, you good. But like, why y'all do that? I'll give you another like quick hack. When you fly to Europe, I know like most of the Europeans know this already, but some of the discount airlines, I was getting round trips for like $19. So if
Wow.
if I'm going from
Wow.
London to
Wow.
Paris,
Okay. All
instead of
right.
taking a train, which is super costly, I'll just hop on a flight.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
Make
that
sure you guys
that
hit
blew
that
my
like
mind.
button. Yes. Let me see if we got any questions. 1 second. 1 second.
Let's see.
Okay. Okay. We had somebody wanting to know about Latin America. Do you ever plan to visit South of Latin America too? Colombia, Ecuador? Is that in your plans?
Yeah, so I definitely want to. I've only been to Central America, so I've been to Mexico, been to some other spots out there in the Caribbean. But it's crazy. So I'm Guyanese, so Guyana is in South
Okay.
America, and I've never been. So that's definitely going to be my first
Oh,
spot, and probably Colombia.
wow. That would be great. Yeah, yeah. So where your family's from, to see that. Oh. So have you, or how many continents have you touched down on so far? How many continents?
So I've done so Asia, Africa, Europe, so the Middle East, North America. Uh, Really, for me, it's just Antarctica and South America. Those are the spots that I have
Those,
to check out.
wow, that's what's up. All right, all right. Any questions for Peter while we're on here? He's dropping some gems
And
here.
let's see what we got.
Peter, got any questions? Okay. So, what's your future plans with travel? You plan on taking any more trips with your children?
Yeah, definitely. I want to take some trips with the kids. You know, they travel in the States a lot, but when we, get to like next summer, definitely want to bring them to Rwanda. So out of all the places in the world I've been, like Rwanda is like home to me. So just being
Nice.
able to take them, show them all the fam out there, but also want to take them to Congo if we get the opportunity. So I got some good friends out there. But really that whole region, kind of like just chill, mob out. And from there, my eldest daughter really wants to go to Tokyo. So we'll probably go to like Rwanda, then hop over to like Japan, like later in the summer.
You sound like a nomad.
I'm trying to
So
be like, yo.
tell me, what has travel done for you? Because I know you. I mean, you do big things. You're into marketing. You're the VP. You know, growth for BET. And yes, it's the BET. If anybody wants to know, it's BET. Yes, Black Entertainment Television. But like, what has travel done for you personally?
So personally, it opened my world. So not only to like different cultures and different people, but the biggest thing was the opportunities. I really wouldn't have this job if it wasn't for travel. Like travel really pushed my boundaries. So I was able to meet, amazing people. So outside of, doing my corporate stuff, I'm also an advisor for an energy company based in Africa. So being able to have that opportunity to venture into another world, I definitely wouldn't have gotten that with travel. I've done, work for startups based in Paris and in London, uh, done advisory work for, countries. And now I have some come in prospects for like the Middle East and being able to do work for countries that, I've never been to and really help them build like a media and kind of like tourism infrastructure. So there's so much opportunity that's out there, but meeting new people and seeing new things allows you to develop your strategy. So how do you want to create leverage to make these opportunities happen?
That's dope. So, what would you say to people who are, and there are a lot of people who are on the line about travel, and definitely right now, hot topic is visiting the motherland. Like
hmm
people who are on the line, I don't know what to do. It seems so expensive. Where do I go? What would you say to that person?
One, I would say if price is the biggest thing for you, you should definitely go to the motherland, period. But if price is going to be the main inhibitor, find the best price for your budget. Like know what that budget is. And that's going to allow you to, find the right flight, find the proper hotels. So for flights first. And fam, are we here? I just got a call in. So I'm not sure if it was interrupted.
Okay, cool, cool. I see. I'm just checking some comments real quick. The unknown traveler.
Can
I
you hear
wrote
me?
to you on an email. So was that for Peter Brooks, our guest, or was that for us?
All
Yes,
right.
email that you never responded. Something. And then Kalia Baker, are you the voice behind the home team? If you don't mind answering, what's the home team? I don't know.
I think my audio went out.
Okay, went out. It's audio.
One sec.
Okay, okay. I give us a minute. You got to check something. Yeah, smash that like button, everybody who's checking in on us and checking this live out. Yes, you hear something, you like this interview, which I think is amazing. He's dropping a lot of gems for us right now. How you can travel, because I know that is a hot topic right now. People wondering how they can travel, and explore and see the world and visit many places. So this gentleman has definitely done that, as well as we, but just so excited to learn more and more. There's always something new to learn out there, to learn from other people. So definitely had to bring him on to give us some more gems. Yeah. The thing about being an educator as I am, I still love learning. And I think in life we have to always be open to learning. And, gotta learn something new every day. Yes, the unknown traveler. That is Mr. Brooks. Peter Brooks. Yes. Yeah, I think he's gonna check that out. So unknown traveler. He's a super super busy guy, and I'm sure he didn't ignore you on purpose. He works with a lot. He gets a lot of email, a lot of messages, and does many, many, many great things daily. So let me see. Let me bring him back in. All right. There we go. Sorry. All right. We good?
Nah, we good?
Can you hear
You
me
can
now?
hear
All
me? You can see
right,
me?
good. Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. Okay.
All right, perfect.
Nice. So, Omafunke McLeod said our brother gave us free great tips. Does he have a website? So they want to know if you have a website.
So I don't have a website right now, but like I implore everybody to follow me on IG. So my handle is PB145, like you see on the screen. But if you want tips, reach out to me directly. And me and the family here, we're actually going to put together, some courseware and just like tips
Yes.
on, how to do things in the travel world.
Yes. Most definitely. So his handle on Instagram is what you see on the screen right now. It is PB145, and that's on Instagram. Yes. And I was saying to Unknown Traveler, I think he said he sent an email, but I said, I'm sure he didn't ignore you on purpose. You get slammed with emails, probably, I'm sure,
Yeah.
daily. So many of them.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to be so much better. Like, if anybody from my job is in here, they know I suck at email. Um, but yeah, just reach out. If you don't get me the first time, definitely just hit me up again. And another hack, if because my DMs are kind of crazy sometimes, so just actually comment on like a photo. If that's like if you really, really want to get my attention, just comment and I'll be able to see that like immediately.
Yes. Awesome. 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 All right. Hope y'all liking this live today. Smash the like button. Make sure you share it out. Share it out. And
Yeah.
Mr. Brooks, do you have any more tips? Maybe one more tip for us?
Yeah, actually, so I was going to get into like if you want to travel to the continent, this
Ah,
is kind of like my best strategy. So of course, start out with Google Flights. Another service that you can use, it's a free website, it's called Momondo.com. So between Google Flights and Momondo, you find the best deals. And if I don't have a lot of money, sometimes I've been like dead broke traveling. So I needed to find the cheapest flight. So check number one. Number two is I don't want to travel to a destination where it's super expensive. So I went to Iceland one time and the flights were like 200 and change from New York. But when I got there, Airbnb super pricey. Hotels, I would have thought I was staying at Ritz-Carlton for like them hotel prices. But, you know, being able to see a location where you get a cheap airfare doesn't always mean it's going to be, pretty affordable. Make sure that hotel prices are really, really cheap. Make sure that there's good enough inventory for Airbnb. That's going to give you a good balance. So I don't mind spending, a little bit more on, a plane ticket if my lodging is going to be hella affordable. And the best place to like find hotel deals. So if you're in the States, use Priceline, Priceline, Hotel Tonight. I find pretty good deals there. So if you're traveling to the continent, you'd Booking is pretty good as well. So booking.com, they own Priceline. If you're traveling in Asia, some of the best like sites for like hotels and cheap Airbnbs and rivals to Airbnbs are things like Agoda. Agoda.com, I found amazing deals, especially in Southeast Asia. So yeah, I've been to Cambodia, I've been to, Kuala Lumpur. and I use Agoda to find those like really expensive places. Um, let's see what else. I'll probably say like that's a good place to start, and also rely on the network. Like all y'all in the chat, everybody watching this video, you all are part of a community. So if you want to travel to Rwanda, the first thing you do is hit up the nomads because they're going to be able to give you the rundown on, what's a good value in Rwanda and some of the other places that they travel to. So make sure you leverage your network, and I'm pretty sure they're going to hook you up real nice. Let's see. But yeah,
Most
that's pretty
definitely,
much it
most
on my
definitely.
side.
Thank you for that. And wow, if you have any questions while we're on here, getting all these gems dropped. Somebody's asking, what about Expedia? Expedia is
Um,
expensive.
yeah, Expedia is super expensive. From my experience, I know people have found good deals on it, but just always remember Expedia, Booking, all these different sites, they have to make their money too. So there's always going to be a little markup. But that's why Google Flights has always been kind of the best bet for me. And, honestly, I'd rather get an Airbnb over a hotel any day. I really find like more value. And also, you can negotiate with people on Airbnb too. A lot of people don't know that. You can inquire if, somebody hosting is going to reduce their price for you. So just make sure you use every opportunity you get to really advocate for yourself and, negotiate. What about y'all, fam? Like, anybody got some deals that I need to know about? I want to be put on game too. Let's see what y'all saying in the chat.
Ah, I know we like.
Excuse me, real quick. It's like a little delay. It's real hard to hear. So what we're doing is listening on this phone, but it's a delay. So if we coming in a little late, that's what it is, family.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, it's no problem.
So
We're gonna do many
I
lives,
know like
so
one
we're gonna do
thing
some other
we do.
videos too. So we'll be good.
I don't know if it's like a hack or whatever, but anyway, we do a lot of one ways, right? One way flights to different places. And the reason we do that is two things: to try to get the cheapest rate flying. Of course, we book in advance. And if we get somewhere and we're like, I'm not feeling it, then I can book a flight out of there. But if you get a round trip, a lot of times places and you're not feeling it, you gotta wait until it's time to fly out. So we do that. That's one thing I can share. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to
I
try
don't know
that
if it's a
out.
delay. Yeah, and we tend to find really good. Is it down? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So also with that, one second. One second. Yeah. Also with that, like flying domestically, like let's say we're on the continent right now, I'm not going to use a big international airline. I'm going to use like a local airline. It's an airline that flies domestically while we're on the continent, like Kenya Airways or Ethiopia. And a lot of times, sometimes you go and like check the price on the actual website for the airline, and then you check the price on like I don't know, cheaptickets.com. Sometimes you find the price is a lot cheaper going directly with the actual airline, right here
Okay.
on the ground. So yeah. So do a lot of price comparison and whatnot before we actually decide on, before we decide and buy a ticket. I hope that helps somebody out there.
Yeah.
Someone
I
wants
see
to
some
know.
questions in the chat. Actually, this is a good question for y'all. Do y'all recommend travel
Turn
insurance?
this up.
I've only
Yes.
done it
Sorry about that. It was a
once.
delay. 1 second. Umafunke wants to know, brother, do you network with Heavy Passport? I think
Passport
it's
heavy.
Passport Heavy, but it's cool though. I think they meant Passport Heavy.
Yeah, yeah. So Jabrilla's he the bro, you know, the whole fam at Passport Heavy. Like we have a really good relationship, and
Yes, definitely. All right. And
Uh, all right, so Pete, now you said traveling within Africa is very expensive. It's more so expensive than like traveling around Europe, traveling around Asia. I know from personal experience, it's a lot more expensive to travel in Africa than all other countries. All right, I think Pete just jumped off somewhere. Yeah, but my question, huh?
wait, I think he's checking
Oh, it's a
this
bad connection. Uh,
audio. 1 second.
well, anyway, it's very expensive traveling in the continent. Does anybody in the chat room know why is it more expensive to travel around Africa? Like, say if I travel from here to Sierra Leone, that ticket's like $1,000 or something like that. Or if I travel here to some country to West Africa, like Ghana or somewhere, the tickets are real high. It'd be like $800, 700, and versus me traveling, like say I'm in Thailand, right? And I travel to Cambodia or I travel to the Philippines, the ticket's only like maybe $100 or $200. You know, I'm wondering why is that? Why is it that traveling in Africa is so much more expensive than traveling anywhere else? Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one because that's a good question because yeah, we do a lot of price comparison and shopping for tickets and things online, and we do find that it is a lot more expensive to travel within the continent. 1 second.
I have to
Sorry. All
I have
right,
to switch
good.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, good now. Yeah, so we had a question. So we are just talking with everybody in the chat about travel within the continent. Why does it seem so much more expensive to travel across the continent of Africa than it is to go other places like Asia or the Middle East? Like there was a ticket I found from here to the Middle East for a couple $100, but then when you're trying to go to, like my husband said, Sierra Leone, the ticket was what?
Like $1,000, something like that. Thousand. Um,
Yeah,
these tickets be expensive out here.
yeah, it's like wow. So I can see how people feel when they think
Yeah,
about.
do you know why that is?
Yeah, so actually a lot of like the countries in Asia, Europe, the government actually subsidizes some of the cost for the airlines. So that allows them to be able to, get those cheaper flights. Another thing, some airports charge exorbitant fees to like the different airlines that dock there. So things from like keeping your plane, on the tarmac, um, you pretty much have to like pay rent for that to be able to use some of the like main terminals to like get marketed within a particular airport. So that usually jacks up the cost. And unfortunately, what happens in like a lot of African nations, they're not working together. So that just leads to a situation where, you know, people are trying to make a dime off of everybody else. It was cheaper for me to fly. So going from Rwanda to Accra, it was actually cheaper for me to fly back to New York and fly to Accra rather than going straight from Rwanda to Accra. So you see a lot of like craziness like that.
Wow, that's interesting, and I think that just my opinion, if you know, you know, countries depend on tourism, I think something needs to be worked out with that so that people can afford to fly because that's hurting a lot of that's business right
Yo, that hurt my heart.
Yeah, it do.
I know. Someone said it's due to high taxes and very low direct flights. Yeah, that's another thing too. You'll see a lot of airlines having to make those. Got to lay over here, lay over there. And then so that's could drive the cost up too. Yeah, we need more direct flights, cheaper flights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's actually going to be good for Rwanda? So I know the State Department for the U.S. and the U.S. Embassy was working out a deal with Rwanda Air. So there's going to be a direct flight from New York to Kigali, like with a stopover, I think in Accra. So that's going to
Wow.
be happening like really soon. And they're
Wow.
actually, working on like ways to like reduce the cost, for people to pay for those tickets. So you should get some pretty affordable rates from the States to Kigali.
That's good. That's excellent. All right. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Um, Shout out to Annette Rios, Smithsonetics Journey. Shout out to you. And she said cheaper to fly back to the States and go back to the continent.
That's a shame.
That was
Wow.
crazy.
That's deep. So anybody who's listening who can make these decisions and change things, that's people want to travel. They definitely want to come. They want to see. They want to explore. But man, them tickets are killing people.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Word.
Asking the brother, do you recommend travelers insurance? Okay, sorry about that. Miss Molly wants to know, do you recommend travel insurance?
So I've never like put in a claim with travelers insurance. Um, it is good as a precaution. So if you have, health issues, if you think there might even be a possibility of you having to use a hospital abroad, get it. Travelers insurance is like fairly cheap. The way I usually do it, if I do it, I go through my credit card company. So whether it be American Express, Chase, or another credit card company, they usually have travelers insurance as a like perk for their card members. And also, there are a bunch of like different low cost travelers insurance that are out there. I know the airlines usually like bundle in travelers insurance, but the deductibles are a hell of a lot higher. And quite honestly, the perks aren't that good with it. So just do your research. But, if you do fall in that category, like when I travel with my kids, I use travelers insurance. But, outside of that for myself, I kind of risk it. But if you want to do it, definitely do it.
Definitely. Yeah, I think it's up to the person. So I think with so much going on worldwide right now, I would probably recommend it, especially to cover your
Yeah.
ticket. Just make sure there's some kind of stipulation in there. If something, a flight is canceled, you get your money back or whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for, if you want a full refund or if you want credit towards your ticket. So pay attention to that too before you book tickets and see what the airline's policies are as well.
Oh yeah, I hack around that too. So if you do travelers insurance, and let's say if you have time to like spare when you're over there, they usually give you money on delays. So if you know that there's a high likelihood of your flight being delayed, and a lot of these airlines give you that information, you can, if there's like a 95% chance your flight's going to be delayed or canceled, you if you want to game the system, you can use your traveler's insurance, take out a claim because you had a particular delay, and you can get some of that money back. So that's a little gray hack. So don't
Okay.
abuse it, but
Don't
that's a
yeah.
that's an opportunity.
So you could get that money back for insurance.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I said read all the fine print. Always look at all the policies and whatnot um, for that particular airline because all of them are different. Definitely, that was a good one. Johnny Johnson, this show is very informative. I really enjoyed how you reach out to diaspora. Happy Kwanzaa season. Greetings, El Paso, Texas. I was in Burundi in 1999. Nice. Shout out to you, Johnny. All right. Thank you. And
Johnny
everybody
was
who's
good.
listening, just smash that like button. The like button is going to help us to stay in the algorithms and everything. Share this out. This is great information. He's dropping a lot of gems and we're sharing and getting your questions answered. So please just hit that like button and make sure you share this video out. And anything else you want to share with us?
The only thing I would say, just look out for a more in-depth video. So I'm gonna do another video with, with the family, and we're really gonna go super in depth. But in the interim, follow me on IG. So at PB145, you see below the screen. Um, but yeah, just reach out. Like, we all fam. So any jewel I could drop to help y'all, I definitely will. Shout out to, Unapologetic Nomads. This is like my family for real. I was a fan of
Thank
them.
you.
I used to watch them, then I had the opportunity to meet them in Rwanda. And like, we've been family ever since. Shout out to Jabril, Passport Heavy. Shout out to the bro Watamaya. There's a huge community like on YouTube with travelers. And I know that these people seem like celebrities to us, but they regular people too. So make sure you reach out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so dope. Yeah.
yeah, Pete, I know that you work for BET. Just let them know, we ready anytime. You know what I mean? Just let them know, hit up Mickey and we ready. You know what I mean? Just let them know we
See,
ready, family.
I'll
Yes.
advocate, but that's above my pay grade.
Man, this is awesome. So many gems have been dropped. We thank you so much for coming on and sharing your travel hacks with us and also sharing your time. I know you have a very busy schedule, and we do appreciate again, and we appreciate all of you who have tuned in and who are checking us out. If you haven't already, smash that like button and share this video out. And that's right, that's right. Shout out to Mr. Peter Brooks, our brother from another mother. We appreciate you so much. We thank you again, and hopefully we'll have you on again.
Yeah,
Let's do
Definitely
it.
want to do some big things together.
I'll see y'all, fam. Peace.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, peace to the family. We love y'all. We appreciate it. Sorry about the little bit of jankiness that we had. This is our first time using StreamYard, so we want to continue to keep on using this, and we'll get better and better every time, family. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for coming out, family. And we don't want apologetic, no mask. We don't apologetically.
Nomadic.
Nomadic.
Oh yeah, hold before we go. Ayla got a joke.
I do.
That's how you do it.
Is
I
it on you?
forgot the joke. Wait, give me a second. Give me a quick. You got a quote?
Uh, if you don't have a happy life, make one.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I got a quote too. The grass isn't greener on the other side. How about that?
Stay with the weather.
Yeah.
Stay with the weather.
I got it.
He don't want me touching the weather. You stay with the weather. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
All right. I have a joke. How did the barber win the race?
Cut the line.
No, he knew a shortcut.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. I love it.
All right, family. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Peace.